Well. Seems like the Google Stadia has been banished to the shadow realm, unfortunately. I actually never owned one or knew one that actually bought one, but and me and my friends, we was just speculating, to buy it, but we never had the chances to go on the online, Google stores and just actually buy one. Now, I've seen many rise and falls from many tech giants' devices, and it just gave me some sad memories. I noticed we all seen the rise and fall from the Poly Station, the Soldier Boy gaming console, the Tamagotchis. I remember I had one of those Tamagotchi toys, and it was so back in the day that you couldn't silence the Tamagotchi toys. It literally was just every time it needed to make a noise, it would beep, and you couldn't silence it. My dumbass took it to class, noticing that my Tamagotchi was sick at that day. It had poop on him. He needed his medication. He needed to go play, and it just keep on beep 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 beep. And my teacher was looking all through the classroom just to find out who is this person with their beeper, who has the beeper. My ass, I was running back and forth through the bathroom just trying to take care of the Tamagotchi toy. And before you know it, I just got tired of it. I gave it to one of my friends. She was very happy when I once I gave it to her. I'm like, it's your responsibility now. But as far as the Stadia players, they're pretty much in a state of panic, just trying to get their saved games transferred over to a console, PC, which is fair. And the funny part about it, Google didn't even told the major developers such as Ubisoft, Bungie, and CD Projekt Red. I was just talking about Cyberpunk the other day ago. The heads up that like, hey, look, we're gonna discontinue the Stadia service by January 18th. Good part about it is that you can still get your refund from either software or hardware, but it's only right that that they transfer save games over, because I can understand like you spend time. I know you have to spend a lot of time on Destiny. I know there's a lot of time that you have to spend on Cyberpunk and Ubisoft games such as the Assassin's Creed. Just in general, we all invest time in games and stuff like that, and it sucks for if we just lose everything on just one wipe, and that's like it's just beyond me. Now you have to really think about it. Was the Google Stadia ahead of its own time? I can understand that the route that they was trying to push, but I just think we wasn't ready as of yet. Because normally, the top consoles, Nintendo, PS5, Xbox Series X, that we know that they're just like they have well marketing, they're well known for the past 2 decades, I believe. Now, as I can appreciate the whole taking your controller, just a simple setups to your screen, your TV screen, whatever, your monitor, whatever, and you're good to go. You're just playing games. I feel like it was good for more of the traveling route. If you're a traveler and you frequently travel and you just need like you still gaming, but you just don't want to carry your console because normally when I carry my console, I always be very afraid because of it being somehow damaged on my check bag, and the annoyance when it comes to as soon as I arrive to wherever I'm going, I always get hold up by a custom officer. Need to check my bag because I know for sure it's the Xbox. The Xbox or the PlayStation. They want to look, monitor and question it. I always get questioned when I travel my consoles with me, which is very quite annoying. But also the wires. There's no wires. You don't have to hook up nasty wires all over the place, because look, I mean, if you look at my setup, I got wires all over the place, and I have to use like scrunchies and tapes just to make sure everything is organized. But this time you don't have to have it, but you have to question in your mind like, hey, the low latency, when it comes to wire versus wireless, me myself, I just feel like there's personal lag, especially when you play competitive games. If you're playing Crucible, I mean, in Destiny on the Stadia, I would highly question that if I'm because I used to play the Crucible and I was very very passionate with it. So if I'm dying by something that looks like BS, I'm just going to be thinking automatically, oh, it's because I'm using a wireless controller. Maybe we just have a hoarder in us. Like normally, after a console has phased out, such as right now we enter in an era where the PS4 is being phased out. We're entering the rise of the PS5. Same thing for Xbox, and you have your old, your old console there with you. I still have my old PS3 with me, and that's like a trophy. It just sits there. I still have my PS3 games, my physical copies. I just hoard the joint. It's like, basically when you have children, your family members come in and you'd be like, well, hey, look at my trophy here. This is what I do. I used to drop nukes. I used to do all types of stuff with this console. So maybe, and then you have the belief as well as like, yo, maybe this can rise up in price in the next few years from now, because like some damn Pokemon cards, like the damn Charizard. I can only sympathize with Stadia players at this moment. Like it sucks, just to find out that your game is being phased out and you're still with the times and stuff like that. And low cost subscription. Not everybody got $500 $600 just to buy a new console lineup, and it's going higher in price. You best believe it. It's the holidays is coming up, and these stores, they're going to try to milk it. So you guys go out there and just proceed with caution. Not, but also a PC. Not everybody can just build a PC or just run up to a store and buy a reasonable PC that can actually run a game. So I can only feel for them. And it just reminds me, like, once I had the Sega Dreamcast, and it was getting pounded by Nintendo, it was getting pounded by PlayStation, and it was just like, I had all these games, and I seen all my friends, they had the PlayStation, Nintendos and whatnot. And when once they say they was going to stop making games for the Sega, everybody, I was getting mocked at. I got trashed. I had to literally go buy an N64, a Nintendo 64, because it was done. And like, I was a Sonic guy, so it's funny how, like, the Nintendo and Sega beef now in today's society. I think Nintendo actually have ownership when it comes to Sonic games. Sega was more or less for adults, and Nintendo was for more of I can't say, teenagers, kids, children. They have Mario as their mascot. I'm pretty sure you guys can just watch an IGN history of Nintendo versus Sega. I'm pretty sure it's there. So it's somewhere in YouTube that they had the clip, but I'm probably gonna put it on the link description. It's highly educational. It's very it's very cool to watch. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Did you like the video? If you did, hit that like, subscribe, and always remember, keep hustling, making that money. Peace out. See you later.